Let's have a look at a few more stories now leading today's papers with former Conservative advisor Leon Emirali, who is still here with us. Now, this one caught our eye, Leon. I think you're going to like this one. The BBC, obviously under fire for being somewhat pro-Palestine due to its various mistakes in reporting the Middle Eastern crisis, the Gaza war. All of its mistakes are in the direction of Palestine and away from Israel. Funny that, isn't it? But BBC staff now, apparently, you know that programme, Have I Got News For You? It's been on since 1548, 500 long years of broadcasting. The two hosts, Paul Merton and Ian Hislop, are both 98 years old. They've been there forever. Anyway, they have rolling hosts, a different host every week. And this week's guest host, Guz Khan, has left BBC staff apparently lost for words because he spent the last few weeks calling Israel genocidal, accusing it of war crimes and of occupying Palestine illegally. I mean, it sends a message, doesn't it?
It's crazy. And I have to say, Have I Got News For You stopped being funny about 5 years ago, I think.
Well, you're being generous.
Yeah, I mean, I used to enjoy it.
25 years
but not
ago.
so much anymore. And I think this is just really bad judgment from the BBC. I mean, not now. Surely not in the middle of this conflict. You choose someone who holds those views.
Don't you think they're deliberately trying to send this message? I think they're deliberately trying to say, you tell us we can't be pro-Palestine, well, we can.
You've got to start adding this up, don't you? One thing that shocked me even more, believe it or not, is when you had these journalists from the BBC in London who've sent a letter to Al Jazeera, but they don't want to identify themselves because, you know, they're fearful that there may be reprisals, saying how they're really concerned that the BBC are not humanising the victims in Gaza, and they're saying everything on Israel's side. What is going on?
Yeah, I don't get it. It's so one-sided with the BBC, and it has been since the very beginning of this conflict. The whole row over Jeremy Bowen and his reports not being accurate, the row over refusing to refer to Hamas as terrorists. I just think that the BBC, it is looking like, Kev, as you say, maybe they have got an agenda, and I hope not, because I do believe the BBC is a good institution.
Well, I think they're deliberate. They're like kids. They just think that you criticise us, we dig our heels in, you can't tell us what to do. And I think that is exactly what is going on here. The BBC is becoming so weird, it's beyond belief.
One thing that really gets my goat about the BBC is whenever they're talking about anything going on in the Middle East, they all put on a weird Arabic accent. They all say Taliban, Hamas.
Well, all of them, yeah.